friends. How are you? Welcome back to I Was Born to Do This. It has been far too long since it has been me and my mic and you. And just now I was in a meditation on my red light therapy mat, covered in my warm, cozy heat blanket. And I heard that it was time. It was time for me to find my way back here. So cozy up, my friend, because we've got some work to do. How are you? If you've been with me since the beginning of this podcast, which I believe was 2018. Yes, maybe it was 2019. We have gone through so many renditions of this podcast. We have moved and ebbed through me moving across the country, me starting the publishing house. I started a jewelry line somewhere in there that failed miserably. I wrote a few books, raised my 5 kids while building business. And 1 year ago, almost to the date, my 20-year marriage completed. On December 22nd, it will be the year anniversary. And this year has been the fire for me, which is why you haven't seen me here, because I've been running like fucking hell. And I feel like I came back this weekend, not coming back, but into a new version of the fire that lives inside of me. There was a coming home, a returning, and an unleashing that occurred this weekend. I believe it is a combination of a few things. One, last week, I went and wrote my newest book. I think we pause there for a second. It's been a while. It's been a while since I have allowed myself to dance in the magic of creation. I feel like I'm creating all day because I am, right? Like I really am. I'm always creating business. I'm always creating new solutions for my business. I'm always creating solutions for my clients. So I've almost tricked myself into believing that I create all day. And I do, but not at the vibrational frequency that true creation comes to life. So I believe that creation is alchemy, where we take nothing and we transform it into something. And the nothingness is actually nothing in the physical world, but it's everything in the energetic and spiritual world. So it is something. We're taking a spiritual matter and we're alchemizing it into a physical form on this planet. And that vibration, that vibration, it is the magic. It is the activator. It is where we touch the hand of God. And I remembered that last week. And in the remembering was this returning home to myself. It was an activation of the fire, the passion, the enlivening aspects of who I am, the one who I feel like went dormant this year. And you would never know it because I have traveled the country. I have moved mountains. I have tripled my business. I have raised 5 kids as a single mom. So it doesn't look like it's been dormant, but it has. At the soul level, it has been dormant. And it woke back up last week. It woke up in the solitude of the mountains, in the aloneness of this hotel room, where I sat with God. I wrote the words that were given to me. And I remembered This is creation, this holy, sanctified act that we are blessed as humans to do, to meet with God and take something from a spiritual form into a physical form. It is sacred, it is reverent, and it is the momentum that we are all seeking for. And you could be running as fast as you possibly could, but there's difference between running fast and being in momentum. And that is, that's the lesson I learned last week, was that I have been running so damn fast. I've been running so damn fast because, oh my gosh, the weight was so heavy this year to figure out how to be a sole provider, to figure out how to double, triple my company this year, to figure out how to build a team, to run the company so that I could expand and scale it, and to also figure out how to be a single mom. And to also send my first child off into the world. Whew, it's been a hell of a year. And I've run so fast. And momentum does live in speed. So of course, momentum has been here. But the momentum that showed up last week as I wrote this book, it is a different vibration. It is not fast. It's not speed. It's movement. It's the momentum that moves the earth. It's the momentum that shakes the trees. It is the momentum that moves the mountains. It comes down at the roots and it makes the shifts. And that's what I want to talk about today. How do we, as creators, as authentic leaders, how do we create space and time in a life that is filled from morning till night, from responsibilities that weigh us down, that hold our shoulders heavy? How do we create space and time to touch the hand of God? And that is through divine creation. That is through sacred time that we dedicate to create. This is what happened last week. So in June, I went to a Genius Network event. And, AI is all the buzz. And I am the first to tell you, AI is radically amazing. It is. It collapses time. We can write so much content that we need for sales letters and emails and landing pages and funnels, like things that take hours and hours and hours. AI collapses it. And I love it. And I've learned how to massage it and I've learned how to use it thanks to Genius. Genius has been the hub for me in understanding AI. So let me just say that disclaimer before I tell you this story, okay? So I'm sitting at lunch with this man who's this AI genius. And he starts to tell the story. He starts to tell the story of why AI is better than artists, than writers. And he said it was because an artist would spend 3 months on a painting. And if you got it from the artist and you didn't like the arm, it's going to take the artist 3 months to fix it. But if AI had created it, then you could just fix it in 3 seconds and it's complete. And it's exactly what the consumer wants. As he was saying this, I was shown this vision. And it was very clear. And the words that I heard were, if humanity was pulled out of the dark ages through inspired art, which was the Renaissance pulled humanity out of the dark ages, then what happens to a civilization where inspired art is deleted? We will move into another form of a dark age. And inspired art only comes to those who are willing to create. And if we hand over our ability, our divine, sacred gift of creation, of asking for ideas and receiving ideas and then putting it into creation, we are literally closing the heavens. And when we close the heavens, an implosion happens. And that is what creates the dark ages. And I am telling you right here and right now that if we hand over this deliciousness to AI, we ask AI to write our books, we ask AI to create our art, we ask AI to make our music. If we stop being the divine creators that God so created us to be, we will close the heavens, for no one will be asking. And if no one is asking, then no one will be receiving. And life as we know it alters. And it will soon become an ocean of regurgitated content, switched and turned inside out, upside down, in all different colors and ways, but nothing new will come to this earth. And if nothing new comes to this earth, then we can no longer expand at the rate that we have been expanding and at the rate that we were designed to expand. And this woke up a fire at my feet. And I knew that this was a book. I knew that this was a TED Talk. I knew this is my next movement. And then the book never got written. And it sat there and it tapped on my heart. And I said, yeah, I know. I will write you. I will write you. And it tapped and it tapped and I kept pushing it aside, like many of us do. And then in October, God said, December 4th, this is a sacred week. All right, what's it going to be? What's happening December 4th? And I had someone try and book an adventure that week. And I was like, this must be it. I'm taking this author. I'm taking actually two authors. I'm taking them on an adventure. This is what God was talking about. And then guess what? They canceled. So then I tried to fill it with something else. It fell apart. Till one day God said, hey, Kira, this is the week you write your book. I can't believe it took you this long to figure that out. Like, right. So last Monday, on December 4th, I still was not certain that I was going to write the book. And guess what showed up? All this noise. It was like, you need to systemize your business. It is systemized. But I could not get over this belief that I was not supposed to go and write my book, but I was supposed to stay home and get focused and systemize my business, whatever the hell that meant. And I had to hear that as the resistance to the book. And then my tire blew out. And then blah, 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 right? Like all these things have happened in the week leading up to December 4th. So I had to get my tire fixed on Monday. I had to get my oil changed, all these things. I'm like, what am I doing? But I had committed. God had told me this was a sacred week, and damn it, I was going to listen. And so at 4:00 Monday afternoon, I packed my car and drove the 2 hours to McCall, this beautiful mountain town, to get away from my home, to get away from the chores, to get away from the consistent environment that I am used to get out of it and actually step my feet into the sacred pool of receiving. And Monday night, nothing comes through, right? Nothing comes through. So Tuesday morning, I wake up and the book begins to show up. And I am writing and I am swimming and I am receiving. And I had seen that for the 6 weeks leading up to this day, every morning, God had woken me up with a message. I did not realize that those messages were for my book until December 5th, when I started writing the book. And I realized everything that God has been giving me for the last 6 weeks was actual content and direction for this book. So by the end of the day, I had compiled everything. I had 15,000 words on the end of day one. And I was like, holy shit, this book's going to get written in 2 days. I've never seen a book get written in 2 days. And then Wednesday comes and the flow was itchy. And only 2,000 words came out. And then Thursday comes and I get back into it and I meet God and I show up and I say, I don't care what people think of this book. I don't care about how people respond. God, just show me what to say. and I put my ego, my will on the altar, and I gave it to God. And the most magical things came through. I hit 25,000 words. By the end of, was it the end of Thursday night? Yeah, because I got up super early on Friday morning, drove home after the wildest snowstorm ever, and went and had a photo shoot for this beautiful, beautiful program that I'm launching in January. So I ended 3 days, 25,000 words. But more than anything, I came back home. And this is why I love writing books. AI can't do this shit. AI might write you a book. Sure, that's cool. But will you touch the hand of God as you're writing with AI? No. If you let AI write it, you completely close the heavens. My experience this week was the most sacred and profound experience I've had in a very long time. And the words that came through me were my lessons, as they always are. The books we write, they are here to teach us. They are here to refine us. They are here to expand us. And they are here to help us lead as powerfully as we possibly can. And the message that it keeps coming in and coming in is the story of Moses. And if you've been with me, you know that Moses is the leader. God teaches me through the story of Moses more than any story of any sacred text. I don't know what it is with Moses. I don't know. Maybe we were buddies in heaven. Who knows? All I know is that Moses, his stories are the stories that God teaches me through. And as I am I'm creating this magical program for leaders, like true, authentic leaders, those whose messages burn brightly inside of them, those who are here to move fucking mountains, those who are here to part red seas. The story of Moses keeps coming in. And the fact that Moses led the children of Israel out of bondage, through the Red Sea, across the no man's land, right? Tapped stones and water came out, went to the top of the mountain to talk to God. Like, Moses is such a profound leader. And I must remind you that Moses had a stutter. I love that. I love that. Moses did all of this with a stutter. He himself couldn't even speak as powerfully as he wanted to. And yet he led. Why do I tell you this story? Because you are here to lead. You are here to write your book. You are here to share your message. You are here to create your programs. You are here to move mountains. And yet there is something inside of you that says, but I have ... but I'm not this ... I want you to think of Moses and what he was able to do with a stutter. He was able to lead so powerfully with that weakness. And I want you to see that your weakness is just an illusion in the way of the success that you are here to create. My friend, whatever is at your feet, whatever is in your heart, do not put it at bay. I am so grateful I brought my book in. I am so grateful I cleared my schedule and I created such sacred time. I went to the top of the mountain and I said, God, what do you have to say? Because I will fight like fucking hell to keep the heavens open in this world. I will fight for creators like you, leaders like you, to keep tapping on the heavens. Don't you dare stop asking, for we need you to receive. Humanity needs leaders who are willing to still ask and receive. It is our most sacred role. And it is imperative It is a non-negotiable. It is vital. It is critical. It is every word I can throw right here for us as leaders to rise as creators and to keep the heavens open. So ask what you want. Ask for what needs to come through you. Ask and you will receive. Because if there are very few who are willing to still ask, then the calling upon those who do will be more mighty and more important. So strap those shoes on, my friend, because we are going to face a battle for creators, a battle to keep inspiration alive and to fight like hell for divine creation. It is our most innate gift. We came here with this divine channel. We came here with purpose, and we came here to be vessels for work to come to the world. Because as we create, we are the vessel. We bring the spiritual idea in through our bodies and out into a form. We are the alchemists of humanity. Do not shy away. Do not play small. Do not lean in. My friend, it is time to rise. And this is the end of 2023. Let the beginning of 2024 be the year that you say, fuck all the noise, all the lies, all the fears, and everything that shackles you to your old way of being, everything that plays small to be safe. Safety comes when we own our power. Safety comes when we rise and we speak and we are seen. This, my friend, this is how we change existence for ourselves and those around us. So shake off the fear. Remember who you are and be willing to tap on the heavens and touch the hand of God. Oh, my friend, I think I came back and it feels so damn good to be back. I'm so glad that you're here, and I will see you very soon.